is retail roundup. More and more people now, and we don't have any proof of it, but they say more and more people are faking disabilities to get onto planes to get overhead storage space.
Because it's such a precious commodity on
an airplane that they're literally saying they have can't walk or got a.
You know what they're doing? They're either getting the wheelchair through the terminal, because I don't know how you even would ask for a wheelchair through a terminal,
right?
But people do. You always see, them getting pushed. Well, they always get on the plane first, so they're abusing the wheelchair system in the terminal, or they're using a cane as a prop.
Okay.
And then they ditch it when they land in Dallas or Orlando.
And that makes me so upset for a dear friend I have who's using a cane for
right
a real
now,
need right now.
Yeah.
He needs that cane, and you have people using it as a prop. How dare you?
So it's just so you can cram your backpack up there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they do it. It's no shock.
Cane on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that one bit.
That's it.
I don't like that. These low lives with canes on planes. I don't care for that one bit. And then this got me. You've heard, of course, clickbait, where you just click on something. I saw a thing online that said, "Why is one wheel on your shopping cart always messed up?"
I had it this weekend.
Yeah, me too. At every grocery store I go to.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
You click the link, though?
Yeah, I clicked it. And you know what?
I wouldn't have done that.
I clicked the link. And do you know what it was? This long article about wheels on grocery cart. I click it.
Yeah.
And at the bottom it says, bottom line is,
you have psoriasis.
They're used so often that you have wheels going bad.
It's like, then make them better.
That's it. After I click, and
sometimes they just wear out.
Then they got how many ads in between?
Yeah, exactly.
About psoriasis.
Exactly. And at the bottom it says, the wheels are designed, they mess up. That's all we can. There's nothing we can do.
But today's point, if you ever go to a Target, those carts are the state of the art.
They're sturdy.
They never wobble.
They're the best.
That's right.
They're that hard plastic. They're
hard plastic, and they're
metal.
They're quiet.
Yeah, they are. They're good. They're good.
And
carts.
you rarely get a bad one.
And so, do you think the wheels don't bust on those because the plastic is lighter than the metal above?
I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just better built or it doesn't get used as bad as it does at a grocery store.
That was the whole thing. I read that whole article and said grocery stores carts are used so often that the wheels break. Yeah. It's like, well, I could have told you that.
And it's not that they're in parking lots more or slammed into one another more, because they're all the same out there in the carousel.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's the wheel.
It's the wheel.
That's right.
I mean, it's not I guess from going out in the pavement so much, maybe.
But unbelievable.
People take them out to the Target parking lot.
Unbelievable. Anonymous, you're talking about these people faking disabilities and getting onto planes quicker. Go ahead.
Yeah, so morning, guys. I used to fly back and forth between London Heathrow a lot and into RTP. And so these Indian parents who were coming to visit their children that worked in Research Triangle, they would be fine when they got on the plane in London Heathrow. I'd see them walk all up and down through the huge terminal at London Heathrow, carry their own bags. I see them walking all up and down through the 10-hour flight over. But yet, when we landed, there would be 15 wheelchairs lined up. And they would, hobble to the wheelchairs and then sit in the wheelchairs all so that they go to the front of the line to get through customs before everybody else.
Oh, man. That is low, man.
Every single time.
Come on, India. Be better.
Low. I mean, that is really bad. Oh, to fake it like that, to hobble around like that.
Oh, man, I'd love to see Chris Kelly next to casual racist guy.
Oh, thanks, Anonymous.
Keep an eye on the Indians, huh? Watch this. Yeah.
With your new, who's your new, your gambling sponsor?
Oh, DraftKings.
You can place bets on how many wheelchairs will be waiting at the gate.
I could do that.
And customs.
You heard my DraftKings ad, Dave?
No.
It's subpar.
Is it?
Subpar. Yeah, I heard it.
You didn't say that when you recorded it.
I recorded my DraftKings read a week ago because gambling is coming to our area. DraftKings does a wonderful job with it. You can bet on basketball, whatever you want to bet on.
Wheelchairs at terminals.
Whatever you want.
You're the man to do it.
Exactly. Thank you. Of
but
course.
they got subpar.
Well, here's why. I did it. Then this weekend, I was listening to a competitor radio station.
We ought not do that.
And their guy was smooth as silk. And
Same script to the word.
To the word. And I thought, as he started reading, I was like, is he doing the exact same script? He is. And then I thought, let's see how he handles this ending, because the ending's like gambling hotline in case you got a problem. And boy, he handled it beautifully. And I was as clunky as they get. By the end, people were racing for that hotline. There I
I
was.
never want to gamble again.
No, I want to gamble.
And I messed it up.
Hey, it really
so
turned me off of gambling. I'm going to start going back to church. Learn a new language. Volunteer.
I just handled it very, very poorly.
I used to sit at the airport and watch people race.
Wheelchairs up
I think the Indians are
Changes.
doing it.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Troutman Mike, you're talking about how the wheels get messed up. I read a long article, total clickbait.
I
on
want to
this.
hear this.
How do they get messed up on grocery store carts? Go ahead.
Have you ever seen the kids when they're gathering them up and they'll have a line of like 100 different carts, and then they have to grab the very back of them and slide them across the pavement to get it straight so they can go where they need to go?
Yes.
They're creating flat spots on the rear wheels. If you'll notice, it's always one of the rear wheels that's doing it.
Huh.
If you go to the nicer places, they'll have the electric item that pushes the carts. You won't have as many bad carts there. But it's the scraping of the wheels as they straighten up that long line.
Yep.
I'm embarrassed I know this, but
No.
whatever.
No, right. No, you're right.
Yeah, that's
we,
the most.
we were today years old when we learned it.
Yes.
It's true. Target and Costco have the electric
machines.
Yeah.
And
For the day to day, it's Lisa Lanier and him.
yeah, that's
Those are
right.
the top two calls.
That's
But
right.
you know,
Great
if,
call.
if you think about it, though, and this is just anecdotal and from memory, I'm sure Troutman Mike is correct about the scraping. But it's always the front wheels that wobble.
yeah, for me too.
The front one was kerthumping yesterday, and I'm looking at you, Harris Teeter,
Oh yeah.
because they did it.
Wherever I go,
Every time I go in there.
every time I go anywhere, it's a lot of the front one for me also.
They're the ones that spin. I don't know if that's because the whole chassis is uneven.
Yeah, maybe that's what
And Target has the electric thing.
They do.
They've got that electric thing that pulls them out, and the
Yeah.
guy just stands back there. I don't even think he touches it.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
he just guides
It's a
it
robot.
with a robot thing.
Costco too.
Does
Those are the
Walmart do
ones.
that?
I don't think Walmart does. But Costco does, and Target does.
They have a cart bot.
They have cart bots that go out there and get them and bzz, move them around. That's probably that makes a lot of sense.
It really does.
That's a really good point.
I got put on the screen yesterday at the Harris Teeter because I was bagging my own stuff, of course, and I guess I bagged too fast. Saying you gotta when you boop and you gotta put it in the bag, and I went boop and I was putting it in the bag and scanning my next thing.
Yeah.
It had to call the attendant over. So the attendant comes over.
I thought you were pulling a fast one.
I guess so, yeah. And so the attendant comes over, slow as hell, and because they're working with the other 6 people,
Right.
that have that are in line doing their own bagging. So comes over and looks, and you know what? On the screen, he pushes his little badge that turns on the screen, and there's the back of my head.
So it's
That he watched the little section.
yeah.
The computer pulled out the section
Yeah.
where the incident happened, where I bagged it too quick.
Yeah.
And it showed it to him, and he looked at it, and then he hit a green button,
And you go on.
He's like, "Okay, go ahead."
That happened to me.
Wow.
Well, I thought that
So,
happened.
yeah, they actually film it. It's just that.
Oh,
little,
yeah.
It's just that little.
Yeah.
It's like 3 seconds of
Yeah.
video.
Well, I told you that happened to me at Walmart about a year ago. I was bagging up, and there was an item we didn't want, so I looked around.
Red flag. Red flag.
And I took it, and I was placing it back over, like I had to go over something in front of me.
With
so
the breath mints.
Yeah, with the breath mint. So my
To steal later.
my chest got way up close to the camera, and all of a sudden a red light went off.
Whoa, Chief!
And they came over
Yeah.
and they backed it up, 30 seconds to see what I had done. And there I am looking around.
Yeah, judge and jury right there. He's 19. This kid, pimply faced.
And I've got whatever I didn't want in my hand, looking around like I'm so sheepish. And then my whole big chest goes right at the camera. Whoa, and they're like,
Half
oh.
shaved, half
Yeah.
hairy.
And I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing there. That's
I didn't
right.
like that at
I
all.
like also that the one time you're slowly getting on social media, you immediately gravitate towards the old complaints.
That's exactly
These shoving carts.
that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. Speaking of which, Dave, shrinkflation is so bad now.
Saw it.
President Biden was enjoying a cup of ice cream and said, "There's not as much ice cream in here as there used to be." And he
It's
says,
because you ate some, sir.
"We got."
Huh?
But, Mr. President, that's Jello.
What's this key do in the world? Don't insert it.
Yeah.
President Biden said, "We got to do something about this shrinkflation. This is ridiculous now." He wants it written into something that we need to make a law that stops them from doing that, charging the same price for. They need to tell you that they're charging more or the same for a smaller item.
I like that better than the original Russian.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or the original Mandarin.
So
Good luck.
Sure enough, he is now on this. He's commented for the first time. Shrinkflation is terrible. Now, Dave and I have been talking about that for years.
But what are you going to do? I mean, that's the American economy. That's how it works.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
you tell the companies to stop making money.
Yeah, they can't.
Good luck with that.
Not going to do it.
Capitalism at its best.